Hello and welcome to the Madhouse everyone, Tridot here, and today we are going to do an update of a build. This was the most requested one out of all of them basically, and that really surprised me because it means actually people like this build, and honestly it's not one of the best out there, but it is pretty damn fun, and well, it works, so let's get into it. I am talking about the Gunslinger, and as you guys can see, it has suffered quite a bit of change, and of course this is taken from 9tricks, but I've actually come to the same reasoning as he did, and well, it sort of astonishes me that I have not thought of that earlier. But basically he just puts 1 point into Fire Strike because, well, there's no point of going further with it, because just 1 point it's going to be 100% weapon damage, and no matter how many points you put into it, it's not going to go above that. It's not going to go like 150 weapon damage. No, it's just going to stay at 100%. So only 1 point into Fire Strike. Then we have 10 points into Explosive, 10 points Static Strike, 10 points Brimstone, and basically it doesn't matter the number of points, it just get them 12 out of 12, all of them. Especially Explosive Strike, which also has weapon damage. You really want to get this one. And then 1 point into Vindictive Flame, and that's about it. Next on we move into the Soldier tree. We need to have maxed Markovian's Advantage, maxed Zolhan's, 1 point Fighting Spirit, 1 point Military Conditioning, then 1 point Field Command, 4 points Squad Tactics, because that is basically everything we have left. I would love to have Squad Tactics maxed, but that is just not possible right now. We need these two abilities because these are very important to our damage, and basically we just want them to proc. If they don't proc, we're kinda fucked. So that is why we need to have these two maxed. Maybe try to lose some points in here into the Fire Strike tree, but I would not recommend that. Honestly, this is pretty much the most effective way to do it, and well, once we're going to get more skill points, then it's going to be even better. So let's go into items right now, and there is not a lot that was changed. I am keeping this as a two-hander, well, double one-hander Gunslinger, because that is the theme of the build. However, I think you can do without two of them. Maybe get a shield into your offhand or something like that, but this is the theme of the build and we're just going to go with it. Sorry about the voice again, it's really bad. And let's see, we replaced the weapons because we had the guns that basically they had like a buff debuff thing, 100% offensive ability minus 50% defensive ability on proc, both of them, and I replaced them because we're not focusing on physical damage anymore, focusing on whatever but not physical. And I put two Oathbreakers because I don't really want to craft guns, that is not my thing, so just go with the easy choice here, two Oathbreakers. And the reason I chose Oathbreaker is because of the high attack speed percent right there, and I put a Hallowed Fang in here with attack speed because I really want some leech, and in here Mark of Krieg, of course, for the reduced target resistance because it works with the weapon damage. And that is the weapons. Next up, the chest was not changed still. This one you can put a Hallowed Ground in there for more defensive capabilities. I put a Chains of Valor on. Actually, this one needs to be changed to Hallowed Ground because physical damage is not all that important, but the important thing here is +1 all skills to Demolitionist. We have the old legs with Ancient Armor Plate. I do not have better legs than these. The Gunslinger Talisman, because this one enables us to dual wield ranged weapons. It's pretty bad relic, but this is the only one that we can basically use if we want to dual wield. Harmonious Assault, Waistguard of Readiness, really good belt here. Dense Fur in the completion bonus offensive ability. Cutthroat's Badge of the Drangul. It works, it's not as useless as it is for other characters that have attack speed, and overall is pretty good. Vicious Jawbone in there, that can also be replaced because it has physical damage and internal trauma. Completion bonus 7% elemental resistance. Resonant Frontier Sabatons of Destruction, this is not needed. The +2 to fire strike is basically just cool, but this is a really good leg piece, boot piece actually. It does have offensive ability, fire, lightning, health, +2 fire strike, really good. Mark of Mogdragon in there, completion bonus 6% health. Next up we have the gloves, really good gloves, merciless scale gloves, Drangul, pretty damn good in here. Pierce, bleed, everything's really good. Insulating assault epaulets of the Drangul, offensive, defensive, fire resistance, chaos resistance, silk swatch in there. As well in here we have unholy inscription for the resistances. The rings are of course the emerald rings of readiness with roiling blood. And we have the amulet, the old general skull fetish of the eagle, dread skull in there, total speed, really good. And the helm is resistant, brigandine mask of the Drangul, pretty good as well, runestone in there. Now the only problem with this build would sort of be the defensive side, since basically you do not have a oh shit button, you don't have a defensive ability. You need a lot of leech that I do not have because I'm not playing hardcore. I don't sort of care if I die, I just put a portal up if I think I'm in danger. But if you're playing on hardcore, the way you can actually survive with this character and make it a pretty defensive is by having a lot of leech, and it does actually work. I only have 10% from here from my Hallowed Fang component. Okay, so this was basically the updated character. Let's go and you know, do a quick gameplay to see how it goes, and I will explain more on the way. Okay, here we are inside Darkvale Gate, all buffed up and everything. So let's go and show what this this character can do. As I said, it's not one of the best builds out there, but it does work. It's pretty cool, and I think is basically the only one that has that works with dual wield pistols. So it's really good to see, and I know a lot of you have requested this build to be updated, so here it is. Basically it was changed quite a little bit, but well, what can we do? And I would say the only problem with this build that you might encounter is the fact that it does take quite a little bit of time to kill bosses. And while it's not dangerous, you're not in any danger of dying if you play how you should be playing this this character. It still does take quite a little bit of time because they have massive health, and basically we're just doing a steady amount of damage with no real burst or anything. Okay, so let's go to the boss in here to see how that is going to go. Other than that, AoE is okay. It's not phenomenal, but it is pretty good. It does not pose a problem, and regular mobs go down really easily, so it's not much issue there either. And the gameplay is simple. There aren't a lot of abilities that you need to pay attention to or anything like that. We don't have any situational stuff, mainly because we don't have enough points to get into that. 2 elites here, how cool. Okay, one down, and there goes the other. So as you saw there, they do go down decently with decent speed. And I also popped my ability there that I have from the component to gain a lot more leech, so that I am sure not to die there. Okay, let's go into the second part of Darkvale Gate. And we are nearing the boss anyway, so you guys can see a little bit of the sad side of this build. That's the wrong way. I always go that way. Always go that way. Okay. That was the first potion that I had to drink there. The Chthonics are really annoying because they summon stuff that charges you, and I think it is also in part of my resistance because we don't really have great resistances with this character. But nothing is going to basically one-shot you because we have put a lot of points into Soldier, we are pretty damn tanky, we have a lot of health, so that is not a problem. You can take this character to hardcore pretty easily. You just need a lot more leech than I have, and you should be good. Okay, we're very close to the final boss right now, so that you guys can see how we actually do against bosses. God, I hate my voice. It's really chill this time. I can't really speak up and shout or anything. Okay, this is going to be the last group of mobs before the boss. Right, there we go. I really have to farm this place. I'm like getting lost in here, running into dead ends. Alright, let's see it. Now we arrived at Kara's, and basically we can just stand still. He runs a lot, which is quite annoying, but as you can see, this is the usual boss fight that you are going to see with this character. And phase 1 is up. Waiting for phase 2 right now. There we go. Clearing the ads first, and this is basically it. I'm going to pop that for leech. And as you can see, with a lot of leech you can just stand there, do nothing. It is a really good build with a lot of leech, really defensive one. And let's just move out of the puddle. And he's dead. This is basically the build. It is fun, I like it, it's pretty cool. As I said, I would say the only build that works with dual wield pistols. And these are the stats if you want to go over them again. This is basically it. We still have 10 points left, the ones from level 40 to 50. I did not put basically any points after level 40 in here. These are going to go into cunning. You shouldn't really need more physique, maybe a little bit more, go to 560, 565 physique, but that would be it. And yeah, this is basically the character. I hope you guys enjoy it because you requested it a lot, and here it is. So I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this video, and you know, we got more builds coming, more updates, so stay tuned.